Yo, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. Today's video has just come in time for the web app release. Like, we assume it's coming out at 6 p.m, might be a little bit earlier, soft launch and that. But why do I even mention it? Well, these players here are going to be OP on display, and these are also the types of cards you're going to want to look to trade with, pick them up, quick profit, happy days. But I've basically gone and built the most OP sides for a budget. Like, I haven't been stupid, I've built it for a budget, and we've got the most popular leagues for you guys to enjoy. So what cards do I like the look of? Let's find out. So let's go down the La Liga route to start. And with the formation, I've opted in for a 4-5-1 flat, just because some of these players are quite special with their position changes, their secondary third, and it allows you for full chemistry, and then we can play like a 4-1-2-1-2, or there might be another formation that you might want to run. But looking at the defense, in goal, Unai Simon. From FIFA 22, he was great, no issues. I think he is going to be pretty much exactly the same. You've got nice fullbacks, like no crazy speed, but especially when you're learning the game, I think 83, 84, somewhere around there, you're going to be good with them. And then the two centre-backs, I mean, the left centre-back has been converted, so you can actually play him as a centre-back with that kind of speed. And I feel like that's the best option to go for if you're on a budget. Like, of course, you could go for Koundé, you could get Eder Militao. There's so many players from La Liga, but these two, good pace, good defending, and cheap. So this is where things start getting interesting. Correa in the right mid position, if you go and check out his in-game stats, he has something like 86 attack positioning, 86 finishing, so you're going to want to play him as a striker, cam, centre forward to switch up in game. And that's why we're going to be playing a 4-1-2-1-2. So he can go cam, and then we have Carrasco alongside. Well, I think you kind of get who we're going for, but let me know in the comment section if you've guessed it. Who do you believe the go-to striker is from the La Liga? If you've been following the channel and watching the videos, you should know. But the midfield is quality because Canelles can play right mid, centre mid, right wing. So we're going to take advantage of that and have him as the centre mid to get chemistry with Marino. That was great last year as well. And Sergi Dada has been given 82 pace. So if you don't use him, I don't know what you want from a midfielder. He's got dribbling, he's fast, he can defend, and he can pass. That's great. But who's the striker? It's Danjuma. The guy, I believe, has 5-star weak foot. And he's got mad speed, he's okay on the ball, and he's got 4-star, 4-star. He's going to be at least 10,000 coins. But I did very well to keep the budget down, and it's one of the best looking sides that I've built. Solid in really every single position. I like that very much. If I'm struggling with chemistry, La Liga is the move. One of my favorite leagues to build starter teams in, or just in general squads, because I like the Serie A. But Onana, what is your name? Onana, in goal, 82 rated, but I don't really know if you want to go for like somebody else. Like, there's quite a few options. Like, it's wrong for me to say that he is the go-to most overpowered player. That's not true. But I think he could be one of the best ones just because he's going to be cheap and he's got really good speed. You never know, that might be overpowered on FIFA 23. But in the defense, we've gone for something safe where Di Lorenzo, I think he's going to be better than Karlsdorp. Like, I don't know if you've seen, but Karlsdorp can play right mid, right wing back, right back. I think he's going to give you quite a lot of flexibility. But Di Lorenzo, always trustworthy. I'm going to use him. Kim Min-jae with that speed. You got Bremer, you got Spinazzola. This is a quality back four for not really that much. I don't think even Bremer's going to be an awful lot of money. And you have 84 defending. That's what you want to find. Players with real quality stats, but they're going to go under the radar. They're going to be cheap. Well, you hope that he's going to be cheap. Like, Skriniar last year was like 10,000 coins, and he was a joke. He was so good for me. There's something about Benassia that just sticks out when I'm looking through all of these like options and overpowered players. Cannot wait to use him. That dribbling and defending, I really believe that he's going to be like another version of a De Jong very early into the game cycle. McKennie, though, rock solid. Really good stuff from him, and 82 pace. And then you have Pellegrini, just to add some balance to the side. He's going to be up and down the field, more than likely pushing on with his high attacking work rates. But with his height and speed and dribbling, he looks quality as well. So I really like that three. Maybe not as good and as well balanced as the La Liga side. This could be the most OP trio in any starter build that you're going to see. Like Mkhitaryan, 5-star weak foot, good dribbling, all right passing. I guess you could go for Dybala, but I was trying my best to bring down the cost. And up top, Deulofeu alongside Muriel. This is crazy. Like 89 pace, 83 shot on his face stat. Muriel's going to be great, and Deulofeu is always trustworthy in game. So I really like that build. What do you prefer so far? La Liga, Serie A? I think we've done a good job there, though. That's quality. So this one's going to be quite tough. Premier League. As expected, These cards are always a premium because everyone builds in a Prem. But Pope in goal, 81 rated. I was thinking it would be a little bit higher, but I'm going to stick by my opinion. Pope, the most overpowered cheap goalkeeper on FIFA 23. And I haven't even played the game yet, but I truly believe it's going to be the case. But the defense is looking fine. I mean, Nelson Semedo is like the best, cheapest option. He might not even be that cheap, but you've got to go for a little bit of speed. Tierney on the opposite side as well. Always good. Unless you go for like Cancelo or Malacia. Malacia is just going to be a little bit expensive because of Dutch, easy to link. You've also got Man United. There's so much hype around him. But the two centre-backs, Akanji, Gomez, I think for what you're going to get, it should be fine. Maybe it's not like ideal. You could go for a different league. But 83 defending and 81, those are some key stats there for your two defenders. So you're going to be good with them. This is definitely one of my favorite parts of the team. The 4-4-2 formation. And then looking at what we're using, it is super well balanced. You have Zakaria that is basically the Bakayoko from FIFA 17, was it? FIFA 18. He was a joke. And I feel like Zakaria is going to be able to replace that and replicate that kind of overpoweredness. Lucas Moura, always good. Always has the dribbling. It doesn't make any difference really where you play him, but I always prefer him as a center forward. But for argument's sake and what we need right now, we're playing him as a right mid. He will work. Mateus Nunes looks pretty solid as well. And Zaha with the 5-star skills. I mean, what more do you want? Pace, skills, good finishing. He might be a little bit pricey, but come on, you got to pay a little to get an OP team. You're not building an OP team if you're leaving out Guedes. This card, I believe he's going to be around like 10,000 coins, maybe just shy of that, maybe a little bit more, but around that ballpark figure. And what you're getting, speed, finishing, dribbling, a little bit of physical as well, okay passing, and a number of positions that you can play. Super effective and efficient for this build. And Rashford, maybe like 40,000, could be a little bit more, because he can play on the wing, he can play as a striker, and he's got 5-star skills. And Rashford might be, in fact, the go-to striker to use in any build for your starter teams. So this was the first team that I really felt a strain to complete it. Certain positions just really aren't that great, so we're going to have to pay a little bit of a premium to make sure that we build a well-rounded side. But Bundesliga and Galashi, why not? I always seem to use him at the start of the game. Quality reflex saves. He's a bit of a nutter though with his positioning at times, but a great card nonetheless. Frimpong, best option that you can really use with that speed. He might not be that great defensively, but just speed early on is going to be a killer. You've got Room. Is that how you say his name? Raum as a left back. I completely butchered it. I'm so sorry. But he's like the next best thing if you haven't got coins to go for Alphonso Davies. And then the two centre backs. I mean, Klosserman looks even better. And Schlotterbeck, wow, 84 defending. Like, he really looks like one of the better OP cards on the game. What I should really do is take the like fan favorite, the top picks from every single team, and then build, try and like put them together in the final creation. That could be kind of mad, but what a defense. So we have no issues in the midfield, 3 quality options. There are a couple of alternatives that you could use, but Lima, 83 rated, that kind of speed and defending, it's really what you want. To be able to play a bit more aggressive, you can pull him out of position and he should really be able to recover. But Baku, quality position change, right? So he can play right mid, right wing, I believe it is. And as a center mid, that is quality. A little bit of finishing as well, so he's going to overlap. And you also have Musiala that has great control over the ball. 87 dribbling. I feel like he's probably a better option than like a Pedri. Even though Pedri's 85 rated, I think his dribbling and just finishing, he's probably going to be a little bit more consistent with that shot. So really like the midfield. So the only other option in the left wing position is obviously Sadio Mane, but because we're using Werner, and we're going to have to because there aren't really any other players that you're going to want to use as a striker, Kingsley Coman with the 5-star skills, paying a bit of an extra premium to bring someone of that type of quality with his dribbling and how he's going to be able to assist Werner, I think it's going to be worth it in the long run because it's someone that you can eventually build your teams around even if you go away from the Bundesliga. And Diaby on the opposite side, like this card can play left wing, left mid, right wing, right mid. I think he's going to be a really good like starter, mid-budget side player for a lot of teams. And then Werner just for his finishing. But I don't even really want to use Werner. And that's where the question mark is. Like, you're having to pay a little bit more for Kingsley Coman. And then Werner striker might not be everyone's cup of tea. But still, the defense and the midfield kind of make that team. Usually it's saving the best to a last. Well, this is the worst. And I'm telling you right now, stay clear. It's a rich man's league. If you don't have the money for Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, you may as well leave. Like, we don't want anything to do with Uber Eats, Liga rubbish. Farmers League. No, sorry to offend. It's not a Farmers League. It's a great league. In the defense, Lopez as a goalkeeper. Why not? Good reflex saves, diving, no issues there. The right back though, Klaus, at first he looked good, but 69 defending, like you would have really hoped for 72, 73 for a starter fullback, but he might just be good in game. And Ismaili on the opposite side, he's going to get the job done. And you're not going to really want to be paying money for Nun Manesh. He's probably going to be like 15, 20k, waste. But as your two centre-backs, the best you can go for, unless you go and pay for Marquinhos, is Kimpembe, who is always going to be pricey, alongside Mukiele that's being converted. And that's it. Those are your only options. It's fine, like playability-wise, your two centre-backs are great, but it's not really like that good of a league to start, right? This is the best that it offers for OP-type players. And the 4-3-3, I mean, I had to use it because there aren't any other strikers. But let me get to that anyway. But Vertru, is that how you say his name? I always get it wrong. Guendouzi, and we've got Sulla that, in fact, actually, he's pretty well-rounded. That's a crazy-looking card. If you're not going to go down the Liga route, maybe just link him up with Sergi Dada, Marino. Like, I think that is going to be a possibility. So quality-looking player there with his overall stats. But it's fine. Like, it's not terrible. That's at least it's playable, okay? Wait until the attack. This is the best that you can go for. And it looks terrible. Yeltsin Martins that can't even finish and can barely pass. Simon? Like, you don't really want to be using Simon, let's be honest. And Terrier striker, maybe he can work, but he's not really going to give you that dribbling style. So you're going to be so restricted in the attack. And if you can do better, please send me your Liga sides. Don't go crazy and start putting in like 60, 70k players. Try and keep it like cheap, budget OP quality, and then maybe if you have to stretch on one or two players like we've done here with Kimpembe, that's fine. And also like we did with Kingsley Coman, because there really just aren't any other options. But that's terrible. It's a really, really poor side. So I'd take maybe one or two players out of this team, but other than that, bin it. But thank you very much for watching. Good luck as you're starting. By the way, I got paint all over my hands. Sorry if you've seen that. Been painting and decorating. I've got a new setup now for FIFA 23. I've got a couple of extra things to add. But in terms of the RTG, do you know what I'm going to be doing, boys? I'm actually going to start the RTG tonight on the web app. And I'm going to do my early access packs. I'm going to start trading. But I'm not going to make it into a video until the 27th. And that's when I'm going to officially start the RTG as a series on YouTube. So I'm going to be trading. And then I'll basically record everything and then show you just sort of a brief summary as to what I've done. And then we crack on with the actual game. Otherwise, we'll have 7 episodes sitting on the web app. I don't think that's a good idea. But thanks for watching. Team out. Peace.